Should you be worried about the upcoming recession? Dude, we are so fucked. Middle class is done, bro. If you don't have a house yet, good luck. That's all I got for you. Sorry I couldn't have better news. Hit subscribe for more shitty news, I guess. See ya.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Welcome back to 2020 part 3. Take a seat, the circus will be right with you. Okay guys, real talk, it is Friday night at 2 a.m. again. And because apparently I care more about you than I do about me, so instead of going out and sending it like a responsible adult would do, I'm here with you to show you how you can unfuck yourself from the coming recession as a freelance copywriter.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, while the NBER has yet to confirm that we are actually in a recession, by the general definition of a recession being 2 negative quarters of GDP growth, by the conventional definition, we are in fact in a recession. And unless you're colorblind, you've probably noticed that every single asset class you're invested in is significantly in the red since the start of the year. Stocks down 20%, crypto down 60%, Luna down 100%, my NFT portfolio, let's just say I'd rather not talk about it. But listen, the way I see it, if you need to ask, then yes, we are indeed in a recession.
You serious?
Gone are the golden days of 2020 and 2021 where you could invest in literally anything. Dogshit coin and it was going up because what goes up must come down. And in 2022, it's come down harder than Amy Winehouse after a 3-day bender. So now we're left picking up the pieces, but it's not all dog shit because at least we get to choose which basket of dog shit we get to invest in, while they're all sinking like the Titanic. Stocks, losing value. Crypto, losing value. Real estate, now starting to lose value. The US dollar, losing value to inflation. Every other currency besides the US dollar, losing value to foreign exchange rates. And inflation. You have $100 this year, you're left with $92 next year, and before you know it, we're just like my home country Zimbabwe, where we're printing $100 trillion notes, and people are literally going to the grocery store with wheelbarrows of money to buy a loaf of bread. It's bad. It's not all bad news though, because I have heard some experts say that investing in CMB has actually been the highest performing asset class of 2022, outperforming the S&P 500 by infinity percent. So, that might be a good one to buy into. Anyway, we can thank Jerome Powell later for our $12 lettuce. In the meantime, here is my completely unsolicited, unqualified advice as some random guy on YouTube about how to prepare for the upcoming recession.
Thank you.
Now, the first thing you need to understand is that as a freelance copywriter, we are in the bartending business. What do I mean by that? When times are good, people drink. When times are bad, people drink more. No different with copywriting. When times are good, businesses need customers and sales. And that means they need a copywriter. When times are bad, businesses need customers and sales, like oxygen in their lungs, okay, like blood in their veins. And that, my friend, means that they need copywriters more than ever. Don't believe me? Here is my business in 2020. You will see that in March, starting from the literal day that we had the worst market crash since 1987, my business saw a 3x income in 2020. Okay, from doing 30K a month in February to over 90K, nearly 100K a month at its peak in August. When the world was falling apart, guess who the world turns to? That is right, my friend, copywriters. And it's not just me. My students had the best results they'd ever had in CMB history during the pandemic, during 2022. We literally created more 6 and 7-figure freelancers than any other year. We've been doing this while the rest of the world was losing their heads and falling apart.
We're all gonna die!
So whilst I'm not exactly jumping with joy at the prospect of another giant market crash, you have to understand that you are in a very fortunate position as a copywriter because you, my friend, have a recession-proof skill.
Thumbs up!
So depending on how you handle it, the next 3 to 6 months could really go one of 2 ways for you. Either you can tighten up your belt like everyone else, go full defense mode, cut spending, stop advertising, and slowly bleed to death over the next 3 to 6 months as your bank account whittles away into dust. And when your future daughter walks up to you in 5 to 10 years time and says, "Daddy, I'm cold," because you can't afford to pay both electricity and groceries. And when your daughter comes up to you and says, "Daddy, Why does everyone else, all of our neighbors who invested in CMB, drive Lambos, and we're out here living in Section 8 housing? Why is that, Daddy? Like, really? You're gonna do that to your kids? You're gonna look your kids in the eye and say that during the great wealth transfer of 2023, you sat there, you bunkered up with your thumb up your ass, letting one of the greatest growth opportunities of your lifetime pass you by? No judgment, but like, I'm judging you pretty hard right now. I cannot name a single time in history where acting out of fear has actually benefited anyone in any way whatsoever. If you're not growing, then you are slowly dying. So an alternative that I may present to you, you double down, okay? Be greedy when others are fearful. As the most successful investor of all time, Uncle Warren says, while everyone else is cutting their advertising budgets, okay? They're freaking out, they're buying toilet paper and tomato soup, preparing for the end of the world. You demonstrate just a smidge, just a tiny shred of bravery and faith in yourself, okay? Because you, my friend, are a champion. And you can do a lot more than you're capable of, and I know that. You have what it takes, you really do. I've seen your future, it's bright as fuck. I need sunglasses for that shit, alright? Okay, you invest in yourself, you acquire the client-getting skills necessary to really make the most of this opportunity because, let's be honest, when shit hits the fan, you better believe that business owners are going to be ferociously hungry for a good copywriter. And that could either be you, or it could be another copywriter who had the right strategies, knew exactly how to reach out to that CEO, book him on a call, and close him, because he probably went through CMB. Speaking of CMB, in terms of programs, I am slightly biased, but I would recommend CMB as it has helped 49 freelance copywriters hit a consistent 6 and 7 figure income since we started counting during the pandemic, which to my knowledge is higher than anyone else in the industry. Not to mention, in less than a week, we are launching CMB 2.0, which is going to be, in my opinion, twice as effective as the original program, which is already the best. Now, shameless plug aside, I'm not saying to be irresponsible, okay? Now is definitely not the time to be running out and spending half of your life savings on a diamond teabag or a mutant ape. Let's be sensible, okay? Keep your dick in your pants. Let's keep your discretionary income under control. But if there was ever a time to invest in yourself, then that time, my friend, would be right now. And of course, I practice what I preach, okay? Last month, I actually just invested another 16K into another coaching program. And it was scary, okay? Because I'm like, oh man, times are bad right now. Like shit, what if sales dry up and I go homeless? And I'm like, oh, if I only had that extra 16K, everything would be totally fine. Okay, it's that stupid voice of fear in my head, right? Trying to keep me small and safe and poor. Just flick that shit, right? Into the bin alongside coriander and TikTok. And sure enough, just like it goes every single time, the very next month, I made an extra 28 grand from my investment in the coaching program, doubled my investment within 30 days. And I'm very confident in saying that I will make well over $1 million in 2023. It's reminded me of the importance in investing in myself. Every single time I've bought a coaching program, it has made me 5 to 10x what I invested in the coaching program, and I've never once regretted it. So whether you join us in CMB or not, highly recommend it, or you learn the skills in some other way, okay, you need to be going hard as fuck over the next few months to really take advantage of the enormous opportunity that is staring you in the face right now. Because badasses like yourself do not let tremendous opportunities sail by them. So to summarize, how should you be preparing for this coming recession? Cut discretionary spending, okay, where possible, and I would be doubling down on investing in yourself and acquiring the skills necessary to take advantage of the enormous opportunity that is coming your way. And really recession-proof yourself and your skill set, knowing you have rock solid confidence in your skill set so that when shit does hit the fan, if it hits the fan, you're not scrambling, trying to be like, oh my God, I need clients, I need money, I need income, how do I do this, how do I make this happen? You know exactly what you need to do. Sign clients on command, and who knows, you might be shopping for Lambos too. Speaking of Lambos, if you do want to learn more about CMB, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, okay, at Sean Ferres. We still have 5 spots or so left for the November case study program. Happy to tell you more about it if I feel like it's a fit. If not, all good, I love you either way, just have fun dying poor. Just kidding, am I? It's 2:30 a.m. and my fettuccine alfredo has been calling my name since 11 p.m. So I am gonna go have dinner now, go kick some ass, make me proud, and I will see your handsome self in the next video.